What does Meals on Wheels mean to me? I'll tell you how I was drawn to Meals on Wheels. Lou Miller, Sylvia Jacobson, and John Vincent Scaia were original members of the board who founded Meals on Wheels. And they drew me in to be a member of Meals on Wheels, serve on the board, which I did, and eventually I was president of Meals on Wheels for a few years. Every dollar stays here on Staten Island. Too many charities, as you well know, and things have changed over the years. They become centralized in Manhattan or somewhere else, and you get a portion of the dollars. When you do something for Meals on Wheels, you know that every dollar is going to stay here to the people on Staten Island, and that's what makes it Staten Island special, and that's what makes Meals on Wheels special. People ask when I first became president, like, what is Meals on, what does it do? You know? And when you explain to them that the recipient receives a meal, a hot meal at lunchtime, and then left a cold meal for the dinner, that's number one. That's the mission. But more importantly is sometimes the only person they see is that person who delivers the meal. One of the things that made me most proud of my service to Meals on Wheels is when I became president, Lou Miller, who was one of the founding members, said to me, before you leave, you're going to buy us a building. And one of the proudest days I had was going to the contract signing, and I'll never forget sitting at the bank signing that note and that mortgage, and thank God it was president, not personally endorsed. The financial support of people like you made that initial step possible. We used to have what's known as a celebrity day. At the time I was representing Dino Mangiero, who played for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, we did 2, 3 houses. About the 4th house was a 91-year-old lady, and she opened the door. We introduced ourselves. I introduced her to Dino, etc. Now, she was a very fragile 90-year-old lady, and she looked at him, and then Dino said, gave her a flower and said, I'm here today for Celebrity Day, and is there anything else I could do for you? And here's a lineman, 340 pounds. She looked at him and said, you could stay the night. I'd like to thank, the members of the board for Meals on Wheels. I'd like to thank the members of the Surrogate Court, my former staff that came here tonight. I'd like to thank Victory State Bank, who I now work for buying a table and supporting this tonight, and all my friends that showed up here to support it. And a special salute to all the other honorees.